first semester as per DepEd Order Number 8, Series 2015. Reporting cut-off date for enrollment count is as of October 9, 2020. So this is how we contact or communicate or communication efforts para malaman natin na naapa ang bata through electronic digital communication, use of designated draft pick-up queues, middleman for printed modules, phone calls, text messaging, handheld CB radio, letter correspondence for attending classes and meetings, and physical interactions between parent, guardian, and advisor. This is the locked one. Ito yung first way of checking the attendance. This is for the online presence days. Actual recording of number of classes, class days present and absent, applicable only to online distance learning modality with daily schedule of online classes. So ito po siya ha, attendance check which is weekly, number of contact efforts, 1 contact effort for distribution. This is for LAC 2 already. LAC 2 is for communication-based, meaning has nothing to do with the learning outputs or performance, applicable to all distance learning modalities. So we have attendance checking by week and by month, monthly and weekly. For weekly, 1 contact effort for distribution. Kung nakakuha po siya ng isang module, that is equivalent for 3 days already na attendance. Kung nag-retrieve naman po siya, nakapag-retrieve siya ng module in that week, that is equivalent for another 3 days. So meron po tayong 6 days attendance in a week. Balikan ko po ha, for LAC 2, we have 6 days attendance in a week. So kung by Monday, nakapag-retrieve or nakapag-receive ng module ang bata, so meron siyang 3 days na attendance. If by Friday naman po, nakapagsauli siya ng modules, meron na naman po siyang 3 class days or present na naman siya for 3 days. 3 plus 3, that is 6 days in a week. For monthly, 4 contact efforts for distribution, that is 12 class days, and 4 contact efforts for retrieval, 12 class days. So that means po, kapag ang isang bata hindi siya nakapagsauli ng isang module in a week, which is being conducted by the Division Checking Committee or DCC as stipulated in Section 5, is hereby suspended. So wala po tayong Division Checking Committee for school year 2020-2021. The annual checking of school forms shall only be done at the school level by the School Checking Committee. Wala pong division level. The school level checking may be conducted through online and or on-site, provided that health and safety protocols are being observed. The result of the checking of forms initiated by the school checking committee is deemed final and can be used by the school to complete its submission in the LIS. So balikan ko po, wala na pong division checking, wala po tayong DCCA for this school year, wala tayong division checking committee. Kung ano po ang magiging resulta ng school checking committee, that will be deemed final and can be used by the school to complete its submission in the LIS. So we are done. Before I am going to end, let me just give you these frequently asked questions. Number 1, will the same guidelines be applied for the next school year? No. DepEd Memorandum 14/2021 shall only be applicable for school year 2020-21 unless otherwise the suspension of face-to-face classes is extended. So this year lang po siya applicable. What is the age to be recorded in SIP 1? The age to be recorded in the form is the learner's age by October 31, 2020. Do I need to backtrack my record of attendance of learners and revise my SF2 for the first and second quarters? No. The SF2 that are already prepared by teachers for the first 2 quarters should be adapted without any further modification. The adoption of LAC is only applicable and should only be used for the 3rd and 4th quarters of school year 2020-2021. For those who did not prepare SF2 prior to the issuance of LAC guidelines, teachers may adapt the LAC guidelines in the preparation of SF2 for those reporting months. So yung mga hindi lang po nakapagawa ng kanilang SF2 prior to the issuance of LAC guidelines, pwede po ninyong gamiton ang LAC kahit balikan niyo po yung mga 1st and 2nd quarter. What is the reporting cut-off date for enrollment count? 9:20. Who will choose the applicable LAC? Teachers, advisors have freedom to choose the applicable LAC in tracking the learner's attendance. So you refer to Annex 2 of the memorandum for the list of LACs that can be used. We have discussed the 3 types of LAC already. Which LAC should I choose? It depends on your adapted distance learning modality. Can I use different LACs in my classes? Yes, as long as the chosen LAC is applicable for your classes. However, for advice, because we are using the modular printed, we may also use LAC number 3. Is it possible for one section, each learner has different LAC? Yes, depende if lain-lain of modality ang learner. Pero pag ang inyong isa ka section, same ang modality, pwede ang inyong gamitunan na isang one type of LAC. What if there are multiple modalities being held in section or class? Does the teacher to prepare for each modality? If this is the most convenient and useful to the class advisor, he or she may do so. In LAC 1, is the student considered present if he or she is only able to enter the online learning platform and attend the class for a few minutes due to internet connectivity issues? Yes, as long as there is communication made by the learner, parent, or guardian to the teacher that the learner is having internet connectivity issue. This is for LAC 1, the online class. In LAC 2, should a learner still be considered present even in the delayed or non-submission of a module? Yes, as long as there is communication made between the parent, guardian, or learner, or the teacher. So we can use LAC 2 or LAC 3. How can we record the attendance of learners using the 6-day class schedule if the SF2 is only designed for a 5-day class schedule? DepEd ICTS is in the process of updating our school forms in the LIS. But feel free to manually edit the school form on your own for now to allow the prescribed guidelines of the F14-2021. This is for LAC 3, which is LAC 2, LAC 3 na 6 days na siya. When should a student be dropped out of class? Kailan mag-consider na drop out na ang bata? Number 1, teachers are highly encouraged to exercise due consideration and reach out to learners. A learner can only be considered dropped out or no longer participating in learning activities if he or she and his or her parent voluntarily withdraw from schooling, or if he or she incurs 7 weeks of non-attendance in his or her online class, or non-submission of modules, activity sheets without any communication or contact efforts being made by the learner or the parent or the guardian. What communication efforts are considered valid as a form of attendance or communication? Ano po ba ang mga communication efforts na valid? Contact communication efforts may vary depending on the distance learning modality and may include but not limited to number 1, electronic or digital communication, using of designated drop pick-up kiosk, middleman for printed modules, phone calls, text messaging, CD radio, letter correspondence for attending classes or meetings, and physical appearance of parent, guardian, and advisor within the parameter of the existing local national safety protocols of IATF for COVID-19. Next question. Do I still need to accomplish SFT? Just what I discussed kanina. If there is an existing form, it could be electronic or printed, being used to monitor distribution of learning materials or modules, there is no need to make another recording of the same data in SF3. So, pwede na kung walang SF3, if you already have your way of monitoring your distribution and retrieval of modules. Are there any amendments to SF7? SF7 is our teacher assignments. The answer is none. The same form we accomplished for school year 2020-21. Wala pong pagbago sa school form 7. Number 17. How can I update SF8 if I am not able to meet the learners in person to measure the BMI? Again, SF8 is not mandatory, but parents or guardians may administer the actual measuring of weight and height or the body mass index and just submit a reading result to the class advisor. So, hindi po kailangan si class advisor ang mag-check or kumuha ng height and weight. Pwede lang kung si parent, tapos si parent na ang magbibigay ng result kay class advisor. Am I required to update SF8? Generally, no. The PMI feature in LIS is temporarily lapsed and does not require users to update PMI data. So, wala pa na tayong PMI tagging for this school year. However, for those grade levels in elementary that are beneficiary of health and nutrition support programs, such as the school-based feeding program, the BMI data health and safety protocols are being observed. Wala po tayong BMI tagging sa LIS, but because almost of all our learners are recipients of the school-based feeding program, thus we are required to collect the BMI data of our learners para po din po makita if may epekto po ba ang school-based feeding program or wala. What if I already filled out the portions of core values and character traits in SF9? Do I still need to revise or redo it? No, you can leave the filled out values and character traits as it is. Pero kung hindi pa po nafilapan, leave it blank. Where can we get a copy of the revised school forms? DepEd ICTS is in the process of revisiting and updating school forms. Please wait for the forms to be uploaded in the LIS. Nevertheless, you can manually edit the forms based on the prescribed guidelines as you wish. Next, is the internal division level checking of school forms allowed? No. The annual checking of school forms will be done at the school level by the school checking committee. Is the result of the checking of forms conducted by the school checking committee valid and final? Yes, it can also be used by the school to complete its submission in the LIS.